Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the next session of our subject, that is concrete technology, material testing, and evaluation. In our today's session, we are going to start the new topic for you. We called it as creep and shrinkage. So what is a creep? How it is going to occur in the concrete? What is meant by the word shrinkage? How it is going to occur? What are the effects or factors which are influencing this creep and the shrinkage? Okay. So before proceeding towards the next part, I think the question arises in your mind, sir. Up till now, you have completed the part of, I think, admixtures and all that, unit number 4. Okay, then different grades of the concrete you have gone through. Okay, and that was taught by Yasin sir previously. So up till now, he has taught you that up to that part, I think so. Okay, and now from onwards, I am going to take your rest part of this particular syllabus. So definitely the question comes to your mind, sir, are you going to take or are you going to conduct? Yes. Okay. So before starting with the proceedings, let me give you my introduction. My name is Professor Chetan Limkar, working as assistant professor in our civil engineering department, having teaching experience of more than 8 years, along with industrial experience and a big interest and having good experience of concrete and concrete mix design technologies and all that. Okay, just a minute. Sorry for the disturbance. There is urgent and important call I have to attend. So having teaching experience of more than 8 years and keen interest in the concrete technology field, handled so many projects of related to concrete work and all that. So where I'm going to conduct and I'm going to complete the rest part of your syllabus from onwards. I'm going to conduct it. So I think before starting with the proceedings, let me give you some instructions for you. See, my dear students, if you find any difficulty in understanding any concept, or if you have any doubt with you regarding the topic which is going on, so please unmute yourself and you can ask me at that moment, or you can put your doubt in the chat box only. But please feel free to connect with me with your all queries. Unless and until I am not going to get your queries, how can I resolve it? Okay. So actually in online, we don't have any direct communication possible, but still, if you have any questions in your mind, you can stop and you can unmute yourself and you can ask me your queries, related queries. Okay, because your understanding is the most important factor. Okay, and I think now up till now this point you have realized concrete looks very simple, but my dear students, concrete is not that much simple. It is that much complicated also. Okay, though it looks very simple, still it is very much complicated process. Making the concrete, putting it in one of the structural element, maybe your slab, beam, or the column, and and just checking its durability, other physical or the mechanical properties of the concrete. To prepare the concrete, you require the skill, definitely. Till date, we are having the, what can I say, that habit of just going through some experience that the laborers are having, and they are just casting the concrete. Okay, so on site you have seen how the laborers are going to cast the concrete, but in actual, we need to design it, and then as per our design we have to pour it into that particular structure after carrying out the compressive strength or the physical mechanical properties. We are going to check it basically. Okay, so before starting with the proceedings, these are some instructions from my end. Okay, uh, if you have any doubt regarding any previous topic which has been complete, which was completed, okay, earlier, you can ask me any questions about that topic also, no problem from my end. I think before starting with this particular topic, that is a creep, let me share the syllabus with you so that I will also know which point you are interested to repeat, or maybe we can directly start with the crypt then. Okay, so I will share the syllabus also at for a moment. Yes, I think you can see the syllabus also. uh, Unit number 4, desired properties of the concrete. In that, I think you have completed the strength, then characteristic strength, compressive strength, tensile, flexure, test on the concrete mixes. Have you done with this part? Anyone can respond me on this, or anything. I am going to repeat it, maybe from any unit, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think up to this part, sir has taught you. All unit 4 is completed. I think so. Is it correct or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
If somebody respond me, it will be easy for me. Anything to repeat, anything to, so that we'll have some a rush up of our previous few sessions, and then we can start discussing on this creep and the shrinkage. Are you getting what is actually concrete? Maybe the physical or the mechanical properties you have gone through. Up to this part, it is covered, correct? Unit number 4. I think from unit number 5, it is remained. Creep and the shrinkage. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take it. So if there is no doubt regarding any few previous session, that is good, great. So that we can directly start with the creep and the shrinkage. Shall we then? And I'm trying to take 2 hours of 2 hour session continuously, so that we'll get more time to discuss the things. We'll get more time uh, for the remaining things. Okay, because as I told you, concrete is that subject where we will come to know with the so many latest new things which are been happened in the concrete, and you should be aware about it. Okay, it is not like that just you have taken the book and you have read, sir, this is this, so cement, a roll of cement is this, what is the role of fine aggregate, what is the role of coarse aggregate, sir, we know it, but along with that role, is there any role which has been played? This is very important part. Okay, so I think unit number 4 is done. From section 2 we are going to start our unit number 5, grip and the shrinkage, then durability of the concrete. So in your unit number 5, basically you are going to deal with the grip and the shrinkage. Now what is grip, what is shrinkage, we are going to discuss in detail. Durability of the concrete we are going to discuss in detail. The most important chapter we are going to discuss is nothing but the concrete mix design. Okay, so that you will come to know why it is so important to have the knowledge about the concrete mix design, and the rest part is nothing but the testing of the materials. Okay, that part again get included in your practical sessions also, as well as in theoretical session also. Okay, chalo. So we'll start with that. So grip. So before proceeding towards the grip, can you define me the word as concrete? What is the concrete? Your definition. Hello. Anyone can respond me. What is concrete from your point of view?
Concrete is a mixture of water, cement, coarse aggregate, fine aggregate.
It's a mixture of your cement, coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, only.
Water.
Yeah, water. You are missing water. Correct. Just a minute, dear students. Sorry for the disturbance. Yes, concrete, from your point of view, it's a mixture of cement, sand, coarse aggregate, and the water. What is the role of cement? Anyone knows? But which role is being played by the cement?
Cement is a binding material.
Cement is a binding material. Okay, only cement is used for binding, or it plays any other role apart from binding?
When it mixes with water,
Mhm.
and after some time it becomes hardened and gives strength to the structure.
Okay, when it mixes with the water, it hardens and it gives strength to the structure. Okay, what is the role played by the sand or fine aggregate? What is the role played by the sand or your fine aggregate? See, we will discuss questions which are asked in your previous your examination, as well as in competitive exams like MPSC, UPSC, SSC examination. Okay, so that you will also come to know, sir, which how the points we have to prepare. Okay, so role played by the fine aggregates. Very simple and basic question I have asked you.
Give stability to the structure.
No, stability to the structure. No, actually we are using fine aggregate for providing stability to the structure. Any other options? Any other opinion?
It gives good compaction.
It gives good compaction. Any other option? Chalo. Let's have some brush up of our previous few sessions, so that I will also come to know how interested you are in concrete. See, concrete, this subject is the most interesting subject for studying. And this subject, it is not like that only for this semester you are going to learn it. Okay, the concrete you have to take till the last breath. Okay, for a civil engineer, you have to take this word with you after completion of your graduation, maybe, or you are working on the site, or till the last breath. Okay, you have to take this word with you. That is why this subject is so much important, and it is so much interesting if you go just deep in this particular subject, and very easy. It is not like that something very so difficult subject, like some we are teaching with. Okay, we are dealing with. Maybe you are finding it some or mathematics difficult. That is my opinion. Okay, so what is the role played by the fine aggregates? Again, I am repeating my question so that
Strength.
we will just connect our topic or the questions with the today's topic, that is script. Strength, no. That is why I told you. I just want to know how much you know about the word concrete. Okay, strength, for having the good compaction. Attempt is good, but I want the accurate answer.
मिक्सचरला युनिफॉर्म करण्यासाठी युनिफॉर्मिटी.
Uniform करण्यासाठी. Still, I am expecting the better answer, better one.
व्हॉल्यूम स्टॅबिलिटी.
No. English and Marathi both are okay, no? Before proceeding. Otherwise, if you wish, I can continue with English also, no problem. What is the role played by the concrete? Is there anyone who in your class who don't know Marathi?
सर मराठीत नाही बोललं तरी चालेल.
Okay, good.
एखादा पण लोड देतो, लोड दिला तर त्याच्यात व्हॉल्यूम मध्ये वगैरे चेंज नाही होत.
ठीक है. See, Marathi is okay. I can understand. Irrigation is much better than Pad Bandhare. There is one dialogue in the one of the movie. Likewise, our construction sector is like this. Okay, but still we will keep with the some part in English, some part which I feel that you must know about it in Marathi also. Okay, so in both way we will go. But mine English is little bit simple one. No problem. You can get it very easily. And I think some students maybe are there from first year to whom I taught the basics of civil engineering. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so what is the role of fine aggregate in the concrete? The very important role of the fine aggregate in the concrete is to fill the material. As you know, we are going to mix the cement and coarse aggregate. So are they going to mix directly? They are going to stick with each other? No, definitely not. So we have to fill some material, correct? And that material is nothing but your fine aggregate. Okay, that material is nothing but your fine aggregate. Okay. So the fine aggregates, basically we call them as a filler materials. Okay, whatever the fine aggregates we are using, their role is nothing but to fill the gaps between when you are going to add the cement and coarse aggregate with each other. Just to connect these two materials with each other, we are going to fill the fine aggregates. So fine aggregates are nothing but the filler material. Okay, definitely they will play at a very small extent. They are going to play the role for providing the strength, providing the uniformity to the structure. Okay, like the shape as we are discussing. Okay, but very important role is the filling. Then other role will come. Okay, so I am expecting that answer. That's why will give me the answer. So what is the role of coarse aggregates in the concrete? The next question in front of you. What will be the role of coarse aggregates in the given concrete? What is your thoughts, your ideas on this? What is the role of coarse aggregates in a given concrete? Chalo, speak out. What is the role of coarse aggregates in a given concrete?
Make the concrete more hard.
To make the concrete more hard. Okay. Close one, but yet so far. Chalo, next one. Anyone? From boys, I'm expecting good answers.
Increase crushing strength.
Increase the crushing strength. Okay. Any other options?
Reduce the cost. The volume जास्त असतो so त्याची cost reduce होती concrete.
Okay. Rushikesh, then Rohan, Rohit, Suraj, Vishal. It gives
Increase the
strength and
workability.
stability. Okay. Increase the workability. Okay. Plenty of options, plenty of opinions. Okay, so we will stick with the one, and then we will, how it is going to relate with that. That's we will explain. See, basic role of your coarse aggregate is to provide the strength and the stability. Okay, to provide the strength and stability to the given structure. Now, again, the question comes to your mind, sir. Can cement will also going to provide the strength? Definitely, it is going to play a role in providing the strength. Okay, but their important role is to bind the material together. Okay, their first and primary role is to bind the material together. Fine aggregates to fill the gaps, that is filler material, and your coarse aggregates to provide the strength and stability to that particular structure, just to gain the strength, because coarse aggregates are harder, correct? So in all this, you are going to prepare your concrete. You are just adding some water in that particular mixture, then your cement, sand, and coarse aggregate. You are going to mix it in some fixed proportion, correct? I think you are aware about the concrete mix also. So by considering that, so you have prepared the concrete. You have seen on site also that laborers are just taking a cement bag. Okay, then they are going to pour but they are going to pour the coarse aggregates, fine aggregates, everything. Okay, so what is your observation when they are going to prepare the concrete? Which part they are going to put it at first? आधी काय टाकतात रे कॉन्क्रीट तयार करताना? सपोज मला कॉन्क्रीट करायचंय, ठीक आहे, घरामध्ये. मी आधी खडी टाकेल, आधी वाळू टाकेल, का आधी मी सिमेंट टाकेल? See, it's very basic, but this question was asked so many times.
Coarse aggregate.
वाळू टाकणार, वाळू टाकणार, बर. काहींचं म्हणणं आहे कोर्स ऍग्रिगेट्स टाकणार, बर. का आधी सिमेंट टाकणार?
वाळू टाकणार.
आधी वाळू टाकणार. बर. See, in general, we are following the practice of adding the coarse aggregates at first, they followed by the fine aggregate, and then your cement. ठीक आहे, आधी जर तुम्ही सिमेंट टाकताल आणि त्यावरती जर वाळू टाकताल, पूर्ण सिमेंट उडतं ते, ठीक आहे. अँड यू नो how much CO2 is been liberated at the time of manufacturing of the cement, correct है ना? See, at the time of manufacturing of cement, around 60 to 65% of the CO2 is get emitted in the atmosphere. That is why cement production is not good. Okay, I can say it because there is a big quantity, in a big amount, the pollution was get created. Okay, pollution is get created. More than 60 to 65% of the CO2 is get liberated during the manufacturing process of the cement. Okay, that is why the cement factories are getting installed basically at out of the city, any city. Okay, so if you just put the cement at first, it will just what can I say, it is very fine particle. So automatically, if you just throw something on it, it will just split out, okay, in the air. It will just spread out in the atmosphere like a powder. So that is why we are going to add we are going to put the coarse aggregates, then fine aggregate, or you can do it in any way. Okay, then you are going to mix it. Okay, and then you are going to add the cement. Then you are going to mix it, dry mix we called it as, and then you are just going to create that jala. What can I say? राळा असं म्हटलं जातं. ठीक आहे, तसा पद्धतीने तो तयार केला जातो. And then you are going to add the water, mix it, your concrete is ready. But by following the proper concrete mix design. Okay, that means what exact quantity of the cement, then sand, then coarse aggregates, and all that. Okay, so whatever the concrete that we are going to prepare, the next factor, I think you all are aware, concrete is strong in this and concrete is weak in this. Can you give me the answer? Concrete is strong in this and concrete is weak in this. What is this dash? Concrete is strong in. Do you know? See, you can freely tell me, sir, we don't know this concept, and so I can explain so that concrete is strong in and concrete is weak in. See, our concrete is always strong in compression.
Compression.
Just you can see the hand expression. It is strong in compression and it is weak in tension. You can't stretch a concrete like a rubber, but you can compress it. Okay, firmly, very firmly you can compress it. Okay, so our concrete, the basic property of the concrete is strong in compression and it is weak in tension. So to improve the tensile strength of the concrete, we are using the reinforcement. हा प्रश्न कधी पडलाय का की सर आपण रेन्फोर्समेंट का वापरतो बांधकामात? काय गरज आहे बरं रेन्फोर्समेंटची? ठीक आहे, का तर छान दिसतं म्हणून मग त्याच्यामध्ये साच्यामध्ये टाकून बसतं म्हणून वापरतोय का? नो. The technical reason is that the concrete is your weak in tension and it is strong in compression. So just to improve the tensile strength of your concrete, we are going to use the reinforcement. Okay, because the reinforcement you are not going to compress it. बार तुम्ही compress करू शकताय का? You can do so, but it is impossible. Okay, next to impossible. But you can stretch out that particular reinforcement. Okay, I think in your universal testing machine, yeah, I think you have done with that practical also, tension test on the material. So you are going to stretch the strain reinforcement like a rubber. It is strong in your tension. So reinforcement is being provided just to improve the tensile strength of your concrete. Always remember now. Okay, आपण concrete reinforcement का वापरतो बांधकामामध्ये? Okay. First and important role to improve the tensile strength of the concrete. Second is providing the stability and all that. These are furthermore applications. Okay, so whatever the concrete is there, it is strong in compression. So when concrete is subjected to some loading, basically it's a compressive load. Okay, we are keeping our leg on the, suppose maybe on your roof. Okay, your self weight is acting on that particular bar, on that particular slab, it's nothing but acting some load, and it is compressive in nature. It is compressive in nature. So whatever the loading which is acting on the particular slab, it may be the self weight, it may be the live load, it may be the universally varying load. As you are studying it in SOM also, UDL, or it may be the UVL, that is universal varying load, uniformly varying load. Okay, uniformly varying load and uniformly distributed load. Okay, so whatever be the type of loading which is coming, okay, or it may be the impact load, it may be the gradual load, whatever the loading which is coming, the concrete is subjected to some compressive loading, and because of this loading, there is a constant deformation of your material. There is constant deformation of the concrete. Deformation means काय रे? Can you define this word? What is deformation?
Change in shape.
Change in size and shape.
Change in size and shape. That is deformation. Why it is going to occur? Why there is change in size and shape?
Applying forces.
Applying forces. Okay, good. Now you are connecting yourself with some fundamentals of mechanics and the some which you are studying right now. Good, very good. So basically deformation is nothing but the change in shape or change in size of that any material, okay, due to some load. Okay, so as we know, we are standing on the roof, we are standing on our we are just standing in the kitchen, so some tiles are there which are been put up at the flooring, correct आहे. आपण आपल्या घरामध्ये छान फ्लोरिंग असतं, फ्लोरिंग वरती आपण उभे आहोत. सध्या बघा, आय एम सिटिंग ऑन द डेस्क, आय एम सिटिंग ऑन द चेअर अँड द चेअर इज माउंटेड ऑन द फ्लोर. So again, the load is acting on that particular tiles. So concrete is subjected to some loading, and because of this, there is a deformation which is going to happen. Okay, so when the concrete is subjected to loading with a constant deformation, okay, with a constant deformation, that deformation goes on increasing. That deformation goes on increasing with respect to the time. With respect to the time. So and this particular time is dependent component, okay, of the total strength. We called it as the creep. So creep is nothing but the I can say a deformation which is occurred in the particular concrete due to the continuously varying load over the period of time, okay, over a sustained or over a specific period of time. So that deformation we called it as the creep. Okay, so what is a creep? Again, we will understand the definition at first. What is creep? Everyone knows the concrete. Definitely, the concrete is subjected to some kind of loading, always compressive loading, basically, and because of that, the deformation is going to occur. So the permanent deformation which is going to occur, the permanent deformation which is going to occur in a concrete with a constant varying load, with a period of time, with a constant varying load. It may be 10 tons. Right now, suppose the load is just 10 tons on these floors. It may happen that if I take another few load, maybe 10 chairs I have added on this particular floor, again the load is going to get increased. So constant varying load. The load is whether the load is remain constant? No, it's varying. So just again read, listen the definition very carefully. What is creep? Creep is defined as the permanent deformation or the deformation which is going to occur in a concrete structure, with a constant varying load, with respect to the period of time. Okay, the time may be varying again. Okay, so the deformation which is going to occur, the permanent deformation which is going to occur in your concrete structure with respect to the constant varying load and the time, we call that particular deformation, we called it as a creep. आले लक्षात? क्रीप म्हणजे काय? बघा, आज एक घर तुम्ही बांधलेलं आहे, ठीक आहे. Suppose you have constructed a home on 6th of January. Today is 6th of January. Okay, day is Thursday. So on 6th of January 2022, you have constructed a home. Are you going to find this the structure is remain in same condition after 10 years or the 20 years? Are you going to find it? Are you going to find it? The structure is remain in same condition. So अगदी कलरचा एक डॉट सुद्धा पॅच सुद्धा नाही निघालेला.
No, sir.
किंवा
सर
घरातली जी फरशी होती तिची थोडी सुद्धा असं लेवल कमी जास्त झालेली नाही, ठीक आहे. असं पाहतो आपण कुठे किंवा घरातली फरशीची झीज झाली नाही, असं होतं कधी नाही. काय होतं रे? डिफॉर्मेशन होतं. डिफॉर्मेशन म्हणजे काय? चेंज इन शेप अँड साइज, यू नो इट. कशामुळे होतंय? लोड जो आहे कॉन्स्टंटली व्हॅरी होतोय, बरोबर आहे की नाही? तुम्ही घरातून चालताय, तुम्ही त्या फरशीचा वापर करताय, तुम्ही घरातून चालताय फरशीचा वापर करताय, किंवा तुम्ही अजून त्या फरशीवरती जोरदार एका अचानकपणे हातातून भांड सटकलं, पडलं, भरलेलं भांड, गव्हाचा छानपैकी गहू भरलेलं होतं, एक डबा होता, तो पडला. काय होतं रे? इम्पॅक्ट लोड झालाय अचानक, बरोबर आहे? इम्पॅक्ट लोड झालाय तो काय, किंवा सडन लोड ज्याला म्हणूया आपण, ठीक आहे, डायरेक्टली. किंवा उंचावरनं हातोडा होता ठेवलेला, सर अचानक खाली पडलाय, फरशीचा एखादा भाग तुटला. काय झालंय रे? डिफॉर्मेशन झालंय तुमच्या स्ट्रक्चरचं. कशामुळं? ड्यू टू द ऍप्लिकेशन ऑफ द लोड, कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह लोड, बरोबर आहे? सो द स्ट्रक्चर वेदर इट इज गोइंग टू रिमेन इन सेम कंडिशन? नो. definitely every year there is some kind of deformation, that is the change in its shape and size of the structure because of the constantly varying load, and that particular deformation we called it as the creep. Are you getting the definition? At first tell me, समजले सर्वांना what is the creep?
Yes, sir.
Everyone,
Yes, sir.
not only from few students. You can put you please do respond in the chat box also. Are you getting this? Are you understanding this definition? Or I can create a poll. Yes, we are having. Okay. So please do respond whatever the discussion is going on, so that I will also come to know whether you are getting or not. So creep is a permanent deformation which is going to occur in a concrete structure due to the constant varying load and time. Okay, with respect to the time. So whatever the deformation which is going to occur, now we are going to discuss which factors are there which are going to influence this creep, which are going to influence this creep. So the next point of our discussion is the factors influencing the creep. Okay, why the creep is going to get increased? का increase होतो, ठीक है? And for your again additional information, for any civil structure, what is the life of our structure? Do you know RCC frame structure? What is the service life or the design life?
40 years to the 50 years.
40 years to 50 years. Okay. Anyone from diploma, maybe he can give me the exact digit. The design life. See, you have planned to construct a home. So the thoughts are running through your mind. Sir, I have to construct the home which will stand up till for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 5, 40 years. So whatever the structures, now you please do remember, whatever the civil structures we are going to prepare, the structures will last long at least 50 years, 50 to 75. Okay, परंतु आपण बघितलं असेल आपल्या घरामध्ये किती डिफॉर्मेशन होतं. ठीक आहे, 6 महिन्यात घर गळायला सुरू होतं. इट इज वन काइंड ऑफ डिफॉर्मेशन. ओके, ठीक आहे, त्याला डिफॉर्मेशन असं म्हणूया किंवा एक फॉल्ट्स की जे तुम्ही प्रॉपरली वर्क एक्झिक्यूट केलेलं नसतं. ठीक आहे. So the factors now we are going to discuss which influence the creep. Okay, so creep increases when your cement content is very high. Okay, very important factor. Okay, sir, खूप पैसे आमच्याकडे, we are having lots of money with us. Can I use 400 or 450 gram of cement for 1 meter cube of concrete? Now I think I know you are unaware that for 1 meter cube of concrete how much cement bag you require. ठीक आहे, तुम्हाला हे माहित नाही अजून, तरी पण मी सांगतो, ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही कॉन्क्रीट कास्ट करता, जे आपले ग्रेड्स असतात, तुम्ही कुठले कुठले ग्रेड स्टडी केले रे? आय थिंक हा रिसेंट पार्ट झालाय ना. ठीक आहे, व्हॉट आर द डिफरंट ग्रेड्स ऑफ द कॉन्क्रीट यू हॅव स्टडीड? Because that grades are directly relating with the first 3, 4, 5 factors. Okay, now please tell me, what are the different grades of concrete you have studied? What are the different grades of concrete you have studied, my dear students? M15, okay, M20,
M30.
M30, okay, M25 is there? M5 is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now my next question, the person who has given the answer, what is that M in that M15? Mayuri, what is that M in that M15?
Mix ratio.
Mix ratio. We called it as mix proportion. What is that? What does it mean? Anyone can give me the answer, from boys, from girls.
It is the ratio of cement, sand, and coarse aggregate.
Okay, it is the ratio of cement, sand, and coarse aggregate. Correct. Chalo. So we are having different grades of concrete. Now, what are the grades? What is the definition of this word grade? Chalo. Tell me. See, you are speaking, na? Sir, it's a M15 grade of concrete. M15 grade of concrete. Now you define me what is the meaning of the word grade. What is the grade? What is grade? See, these are very basics, and you must know such things. What is meant by the word grade? का फक्त शब्दच ऐकला त्याचा अर्थ असं वाटलं नाही की सर या शब्दाचा अर्थ काय असतो ग्रेड म्हणजे काय
कन्स्ट्रक्शनची म्हणजे सिमेंटची स्ट्रेंथ किती हार्ड झाल्यावर त्याची स्ट्रेंथ
सिमेंटची स्ट्रेंथ फक्त सिमेंटची स्ट्रेंथ का एनी अदर आन्सर्स फ्रॉम बॉयज बॉयज चलो
सिमेंट नाही सॉरी कॉन्क्रीटची पूर्ण कॉन्क्रीटची स्ट्रेंथ जेव्हा ते हार्ड होतं की ज्याचा मिनिमम 14 दिवसानंतर वगैरे
okay okay there is one specific word we are using Abhishek Akshay Suyesh anyone can give me the answer Vikram Sunny Atharva Ranjit Anurag Anurag Shinde
येस सर
what is grade of concrete what is the meaning of the word grade
सर आताच मी जॉईन झाले लेफ्ट जातो सर कॉलेज हॉस्टेलचं नेट गेलं आताच
okay still you can give me the answer this part I think get repeated what is grade of concrete see grade this word is having its own meaning and what is that meaning now listen everyone carefully grade is nothing but the characteristic strength of the material what is the grade in case of our concrete grade is nothing but the characteristic strength now what is characteristic strength so मध्ये डेफिनेशन स्टडी केलेली आहे तुम्ही काय डेफिनेशन characteristic strength characteristic strength is defined as that strength below which not more than 5% of the test results are expected to fall or expected to fail correct am I right I think this definition you have gone through in your introduction to solid mechanics what is characteristic strength characteristic strength of the material is defined as that strength below which not more than 5% of the test results are expected to fail that is nothing but the characteristic strength and what is the grade grade is nothing but the characteristic strength of that material that means you are just preparing suppose you have taken the concrete and you are preparing 5 samples of the concrete you're just checking their strength I'm just trying to define what is the characteristic strength in simplest word that is possible for me okay what I have done I have taken the concrete blocks I have prepared some concrete blocks and I have tested their strength suppose the first concrete block is having the strength of 10 MPa that is megapascal what is MPa MPa is nothing but it is equals to Newton per mm square correct are you do you know the units and their convergence do you know very well
येस सर
okay so and take first concrete block is having the strength of 10 MPa second concrete block maybe it is having the strength of 9 MPa third concrete block having the strength of 11 Newton per mm square maybe fourth one is having 12 Newton per mm square so the average difference between this strength is not going to vary between not more than 5% okay so we are just going to take the average of these 4 values and that is nothing but the characteristic strength correct so the basic characteristic strength is nothing but the difference should not be more than 5% between the different samples that you have tested for that particular structure okay so characteristic strength grade is nothing but the characteristic strength of the material okay so first factor why it is going to influence the creep why it is going responsible for creep as we know where you are using some grade of concrete correct you are going to mix the cement sand and coarse aggregate now for M15 फॉर M20 I require 8 bags of cement for 1 meter cube. ठीक आहे, लक्षात ठेवा, पुढे सांगेल मी कसं येतं ते 8 bags आपल्या कॉन्क्रीट मिक्स डिझाईन मध्ये शिकवेल मी तुम्हाला. सो फॉर M20 I require 8 bags of cement for 1 meter cube. 8 bag means how much kg? 8 bag means how much kg? 8 bag म्हणजे किती किलो सिमेंट झालं रे?
400.
400. एक बॅगचं वजन किती असतं सिमेंटच्या?
50.
100 असू शकतं का ते?
नाही सर.
नाही. नक्की? आर यू शुअर?
येस सर.
Okay, चलो. 1 bag of cement is having the weight of 50 kg. So 1 bag of cement is equivalent to how much liters of water? किती लिटर असतं एक बॅग सिमेंट? जर 50 किलोची एक बॅग म्हणजे किती लिटर वॉटर इक्विव्हॅलंट असतं ते? चलो चलो फास्ट फास्ट. So 1 bag of cement is equivalent to 35 liters of water. असंच प्रश्न विचारला. ठीक आहे, लक्षात ठेवा 35 लिटर असतो इक्विव्हॅलंट मध्ये. आता एक तुम्हाला माहिती की मला M20 ग्रेड साठी 8 बॅग सिमेंट लागतंय. ठीक आहे, किती लागतंय? 8 बॅग सिमेंट मी युज करतोय, किंवा जे काय तुमच्या मिक्स डिझाईन नुसार आलं असेल, 7.5 बॅग, 7 बॅग, जे काय असेल ते. ठीक आहे, 8 बॅग म्हणजे जवळपास 400 kg. बट इफ आय डिसाइडेड सर खूप पैसा आहे, 8 कशाला, 10 बॅग टाका आपण सिमेंटच्या कॉन्क्रीट मध्ये. ठीक आहे, 500 किलो सिमेंट टाकतो मी, 470 किलो, 450 किंवा त्यापेक्षा जास्त केजी सिमेंट टाकतो, आपल्या स्पेसिफाईड पेक्षा जास्त. हे M20चं एक उदाहरण सांगितलं. जसं ग्रेड वाढतोय तसं तुमचं सिमेंट कंटेंट हे कमी होत चालतं. म्हणजे M25 ला ते 350च्या आसपास आहे. तुमच्या M30 साठी तुम्ही हे अप टू 370 घेऊ शकताय. M25 साठी 320 to 350 kg तुम्ही सिमेंट घेताय, म्हणजे 7 बॅग घेऊ शकताय सिमेंटच्या. ठीक आहे, परंतु जर मी असं ठरवलं की नाही माझ्याकडे खूप जास्त सिमेंट आहे आणि मी वापरायचं आहे, काय होईल रे? You know the hydration process, correct? What is the hydration process? Heat is been liberated from the cement, correct? When you are going to add the water in the given cement, the exothermic reaction is going to happen. That means heat is been liberated out from that particular cement, correct? In the hydration process. So if you are having the more cement content, there will be more hydration, correct? If there is more cement content, there will be more hydration and it leads to the crack formation. हे लक्षात ठेवा. त्यामुळे सिमेंट आहे म्हणून जास्त वापरायचं नसतं. जितकं जास्तीत म्हणजे प्रमाणापेक्षा जर जास्त सिमेंट तुम्ही वापरलं, आता प्रमाण कसं ठरवायचं? वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस पार्ट, वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न दिस पार्ट इन आवर कॉन्क्रीट मिक्स डिझाईन चॅप्टर नंबर 7 की सिमेंट कंटेंट कसं फाइंड आउट करतात, एका मीटर क्यूब साठी किती सिमेंट असणार आहे. आता साईट वरती मीटर क्यूब मध्ये एक तर सिमेंट घेतात, कॉन्क्रीट यूज करतात, किंवा दुसरं क्वांटिटी असते ब्रास. बरोबर आहे, वाळू सुद्धा ब्रास मध्ये असते. सो कॅन यू टेल मी द युनिट कन्वर्जन बिटवीन द मीटर क्यूब अँड द ब्रास? डू यू नो इट? Suppose I have decided I want to use 10 meter cube of concrete, but that laborers don't know, because on site you have to deal with the laborers and these are not skilled, or maybe they are not professional engineers. No? They are dealing with their units which they are using. So what is the unit conversion? What is the relation between brass and a meter cube? Always remember, 1 brass equals to 2.83 meter cube. 1 brass equals to 2.83 meter cube. Okay. So suppose I have to cast a fire. जो तुमच्या घरातला जो स्लॅब असतो ना, हा 1.5 ते 2 ब्रास मध्ये होऊन जातो. 10 बाय 12ची एक साधी सिंपल रूम, कॉमन रूम साठी सांगतो, 10 बाय 12च्या. ठीक आहे, एक ब्रास खूप झालं, 1 ते 1.25 ब्रास मध्ये 4 इंचाचा स्लॅब थिकनेस असतो तुमच्या. मी आता इंच आणि फुटामध्येच बोलतोय कारण साईट वरती याच पद्धतीने बोलतात, त्यामुळे तुम्हाला हे कन्व्हर्जन्स माहित असणं एक्सपेक्टेड आहे. ठीक आहे, थोडीशी ऍडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशन सांगितली. परत आता आपण आपल्या विषयाकडे येतोय. सिमेंट कंटेंट इज व्हेरी हाय. ठीक आहे, ऍज आय टोल्ड यू, if you are going to add extra cement, there will be more heat of hydration, and as there will be more heat of hydration, it leads to the formation of cracks. तुमच्या सरफेसला तुम्हाला क्रॅक्स बघायला भेटतील, कारण जास्त प्रमाणात हीट ऑफ हायड्रेशन होते, सिमेंटला क्रॅक पडतात लगेच. That is why, and this crack is ultimately leads to the, it is nothing but the one kind of the deformation. That is why the first factor which influences the creep is nothing but the higher content of the cement. Okay, so cement content should be as per our IS mix design, as per our the mix design which you have prepared as per IS 10262/2019, and with the stipulations of IS 456/2000. Okay, these are IS codes, that is Indian standard codes, which we have to use it for our mix design. ओके, कॉन्क्रीट कसं तयार करायचं यासाठी जे पुस्तक असतं ना, त्या पुस्तकाला IS कोड असं म्हटलं जातं, इंडियन स्टँडर्ड बुक. ठीक आहे. सो त्या पुस्तकामध्ये नमूद केलेलं आहे की किती प्रमाण असलं पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, कुठल्या ग्रेडसाठी किती सिमेंट वापरलं पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, किंवा ते डिझाईन कसं करायचं याचं एक स्टेप्स दिलेले आहेत, ते आपल्या चॅप्टर नंबर 7 मध्ये आपण स्टडी करणार आहोत. सो लक्षात आलंय पहिला फॅक्टर कसा इन्फ्लुएन्स करतो क्रिपला. इफ द सिमेंट कंटेंट इज मोर, definitely there will be more heat of hydration, and if there is more heat of hydration, there is a big chance to occur the cracks. There will be the formation of the cracks, and it leads to the for your creep. Understanding concept clear hai? Kasa factor influence karto, why there should not be more cement content,
Yes.
how it is going to leads to the crack or the creep. Okay. Second is water is to cement ratio. If you want to repeat it, you please unmute yourself. Okay. Second factor is water is to cement ratio. Water is to cement ratio high. If the water is to cement ratio is high, again it leads to the creep. Now, how it is going to relate? What is the water is to cement ratio? Can you tell me? I think you have learned this, na? Me questions विचारणार आहे जरूर. I want to check. It will be brush up for everyone now. ठीक आहे, थोडंसं मागचा पॉइंट लक्षात घेतला तर. It is not for checking how you have studied or how much you are getting from the previous session, just for the additional information. ठीक आहे. अदरवाइज तुम्ही म्हणतात सर प्रश्न खूप विचारले तुम्ही. ठीक आहे. Water is to cement. What is this water is to cement ratio? Can anyone explain me about this? What is the water is to cement ratio, and how the creep is going to occur if the water is to cement ratio is high? I am going to tell it. You just tell me what is water is to cement ratio. Or this part is not completed yet. What is this water is to cement ratio, my dear students?
C1 to 10.
0.4 to 0.6, and somebody is tell me 1 to 10, something like that. Say, I don't want the digits. If you tell me the digits, I will ask you the next question. How the digits are come? Okay, how the digits will come as 0.4, or how you have told me that value. It is 0.4 or 0.6. How it is comes? How it comes? Okay. Water is to cement ratio. See, when you are going to prepare the concrete mix, we are going to prepare a concrete, you have to use the cement and the water in a fixed proportion, correct? So whatever the water and cement you are going to use, how you are going to decide, sir, how much quantity of water I have to add? It has been there mentioned in your IS code. Okay, so for 1 meter cube of coarse aggregate, suppose the size of coarse aggregate is 20 mm. 20 mm म्हणजे पाऊण इंची खडी. आपल्या दररोजच्या वापरातल्या शब्द सांगतो मी तुम्हाला, पाऊण इंची खडी, आणि अर्धा इंची म्हणजे तुमची 12.5 mm ची कोर्स ॲग्रिगेट. ठीक आहे, जनरली तुम्ही साईटवरती या 3 खडी जास्त बघता बांधकाम म्हणजे बिल्डिंग कन्स्ट्रक्शन मध्ये. 1 इंच, अर्धा इंच आणि पाऊण इंची. त्यातले त्यात पाऊण इंची सर्वात जास्त वापरतात. 20 mm ची कोर्स ॲग्रिगेट साईज. ठीक आहे, पाऊण इंची म्हणजे. ठीक आहे, सो व्हॉट एव्हर द कोर्स ॲग्रिगेट वी आर युझिंग, for that core, if you are using 20 mm coarse aggregate, we have to use maximum water cement water that we are going to use is 186 liters as per our IS. Okay, so how this water is to cement ratio is going to form and how it is going to play the role? See, You require cement, you have the cement quantity, you have the water quantity, so you are going to mix it in a proportion. Correct? You are going to mix it in a proportion, but what happens if that proportion is wrong? सिमेंट 1 किलो आहे आणि 10 लिटर पाणी टाकले, चालेल का? किंवा 10 किलो सिमेंट आहे आणि अगदी 1च लिटर पाणी टाकले, चालेल का? मिक्स होईल का ते? नाही होणार, बरोबर आहे. मग जर तुमचा वॉटर इज टू सिमेंट रेशो हा जर खूप जास्त आहे, म्हणजे नुसतं पाणी झालंय, ठीक आहे, तुम्ही वॉटर इज टू सिमेंट रेशो 0.6 घेतलाय, 0.7 घेतलाय, किंवा अगदी 0.65 घेतलाय, 0.55 घेतलाय, पाणी खूप जास्त झालंय तुमच्या कॉन्क्रीटमध्ये, काय होईल रे? ती कॉन्क्रीट पातळ दिसेल ना एकदम, ठीक आहे. इट्स व्हेरी थिन कॉन्क्रीट वी आर हॅव्हिंग, व्हेरी थिन स्लरी वी आर गेटिंग. करेक्ट आहे? सो बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट इट विल अफेक्ट द स्ट्रेंथ. Correct? And as it is going to affect the strength, ultimately it will affect the, it is responsible for happening the creep. Okay, so what is to cement ratio? If it is high, again it will influence the creep. Okay, it will help to increase the creep in the given concrete. Okay, then next factor, if the aggregate content is very low. Oops, it's 4:05 in the clock. I think your lecture was, I have to wind up at 4 o'clock. Correct? Okay, so we'll stop here at this particular moment. The rest of factors we will discuss, or we will continue in our tomorrow session. Don't worry about it. So are you getting the today's point that we have discussed? आजचा पॉइंट समजलाय? काय काय शिकलोय?
Yes, sir.
ओके, डेफिनेशन आणि 2 फॅक्टर्स आपण स्टडी केले जे क्रिपला रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहेत. ठीक आहे, कशा पद्धतीने क्रिप वाढतं. सर्वांना समजलाय? प्लीज डू रिस्पॉन्ड इन द चॅट बॉक्स. एनी क्वेश्चन्स?
सर सुरुवातीचे पॉइंट क्लिअर नाहीत,
कुठले
कळले नाहीत, थोडे रिपीट करा की.
कुठले कुठले?
क्रिपिंगची डेफिनेशन जिथनं सुरुवात झाली तिथनं एकदा ब्रशअप केलं तर थोडस बरं होईल.
ओके, गुड गुड. चलो, such response I want. ठीक आहे, so that I can repeat it for 100 times, my dear students. Don't worry. So creep म्हणजे नेमकं काय? So what is the creep? If you see the definition, it is nothing but the permanent deformation. What is deformation? Nothing but change in shape and size. It is the permanent deformation which is occurred due to constant varying load which is acting on any structure with respect to the time. Okay, म्हणजे एखाद्या स्ट्रक्चर वरती ज्या वेळेस एखादा लोड पडतोय, कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह लोड, विच कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह लोड असणार आहे बेसिकली. आता सपोज तुम्ही घरामध्ये उभे राहताय, म्हणजे तुमचं वजन त्या फरशीवरती पडतंय, बरोबर आहे, किंवा तुम्ही स्लॅबवरती उभे आहात तुमच्या घराच्या, तुमचं वजन त्या स्लॅबवरती पडतंय, सम काइंड ऑफ लोड इज गोइंग टू बी ऍक्ट. सो हा जो काही लोड ऍक्ट होतोय, म्हणजे हे काय फक्त तुमचं वजनच नाही म्हणत, सेल्फ वेटच नाही. इट मे बी इम्पॅक्ट लोडिंग, इट मे बी ग्रॅज्युअल लोडिंग, इट मे बी एनी काइंड ऑफ लोडिंग विच इज ऍक्टिंग ऑन दॅट स्ट्रक्चर, which is acting on that structure. And because of the loading, if there is some change in the shape and size of that structure, if there is some kind of deformation, deformation is not only change in shape and size, it may be the disruption of the structure. म्हणजे कुठेतरी त्याची झीज होते, कुठेतरी ते स्ट्रक्चरची पडझड, ज्याला आपण मराठीत हा शब्द वापरतो, घराची पडझड होते. ठीक आहे, सारखं 10 वर्ष जुनं झालं, 20 वर्ष जुनं झालं, घराची काय होते? पडझड होते. पडझड म्हणजेच काय? आपण ते घर वापरलंय, बरोबर आहे, खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणामध्ये त्याचा वापर केलेला आहे, वापर केल्यामुळे वस्तू काय होणार आहे? जुनी होणार आहे, ती खराब होणार आहे. ठीक आहे, मग हे जे काही परमनंट डिफॉर्मेशन ऑकर होतं विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इयर्स, ठीक आहे, पहिल्या वर्षी तर कमी राहणार आहे, जसं तुमचं घर जुनं होतंय तसं तसं ते क्रिप काय होतं रे? वाढत जाते, त्याचं डिफॉर्मेशन वाढत जाते. अँड दॅट डिफॉर्मेशन वी कॉल्ड इट एज द क्रिप. क्लिअर आहे? हॅलो,
येस सर.
हॅलो, क्लिअर एव्हरीवन? वैभव?
होय सर.
ओके, त्याला क्रिप असं म्हटलं जातं. मग हे क्रिप कशामुळे वाढतं? तर त्याचे काही फॅक्टर्स आपण स्टडी केले, की सिमेंट कंटेंट आहे. ठीक आहे, जर तुम्ही जास्त सिमेंट यूज करताल तर सिमेंटमध्ये जसं पाणी ऍड केलं, हीट ऑफ हायड्रेशन होतं. जर जास्त सिमेंट कंटेंट असेल तर जास्त हीट ऑफ हायड्रेशन होणार आहे. जास्त हीट ऑफ जर हायड्रेशन झालं तर डेफिनेटली क्रॅक्स ओकर होणार आहेत. त्यामुळे सिमेंट जरी अवेलेबल असलं तुमच्याकडे खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात, तरी पण ते जसं तुमचं मिक्स डिझाईन आहे तेवढ्याच प्रमाणात ते सिमेंट वापरलं पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, त्याच्या बाहेर नकोय, जास्त पण नकोय आणि खूप कमी पण नकोय. तुम्ही जे डिझाईन केले ना, त्या डिझाईन मध्ये तुम्हाला कळतं की किती सिमेंट लागतं आणि तेवढं सिमेंट तुम्ही वापरलं पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, अदरवाईज जास्त वापरलं तर सिमेंट हे तुम्ही बघितलं असेल एक्झोथर्मिक रिएक्शन होते, म्हणजेच काय? हीट बाहेर पडते, हीट इज बीन लिबरेटेड पाणी ऍड केल्यानंतर. त्यामुळं क्रिप ऑकर होण्याचे जास्त चान्सेस राहतात, क्रॅक्स पडतात सिमेंट आपल्या स्ट्रक्चरला. हा पहिला फॅक्टर आहे. दुसरा आहे वॉटर इज टू सिमेंट रेशिओ. ठीक आहे. पाणी जर खूप जास्त टाकलं कॉन्क्रीटमध्ये, खूप थिन स्लरी होणार आहे कॉन्क्रीटची. खूप थिन स्लरी झाली तर त्याची स्ट्रेंथ कमी होऊ शकते. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये हनी कॉम्बिंग किंवा इतर काही डिफेक्ट्स होऊ शकतात. मग ह्या डिफेक्ट्समुळे ऑटोमॅटिकली त्याची लाईफ हॅम्पर होणार आहे. ठीक आहे. दॅट इज द सेकंड फॅक्टर. क्लिअर एव्हरीवन? आजचा पॉइंट. इज देअर एनी डाऊट स्टील? एनीवन? प्लीज डू रिस्पॉन्ड. अजून कोणाची काही शंका असल्यास प्लीज डू रिस्पॉन्ड. येस और नो?
No doubts.
ओके चलो.
समजलंय सर.
Okay, good, very good. So with that note, we will stop here for our today's session. Thank you everyone for attending the session. Have a great day. Goodbye and take care.